shit, guys! Fire our shit!
Well, howdy folks, and welcome back to the hangar. So, I've been playing away in World of Warplanes, and I've made it to Tier 5, my beloved BF-109E. As is my usual practice, I spent everything I had as soon as I was able to get my hands on this airplane. The problem that left me with, though, is that I am now undercapitalized, meaning I can't equip it the way I would like with upgrades and etc. In fact, I can barely afford to run it. After one particularly bad battle, I ended up almost broke, left with just 390 credits, yes. I decided to buy myself a Tier 5 premium plane to help with credit generation. Why did I choose Tier 5 over a higher tiered premium? First and foremost, I didn't want to spend a lot of real world money on it, and the Tier 8s and even the Tier 7s are more than I wanted to spend. Let's face it, I play a lot of games, and I could very quickly spend hundreds of dollars in a sitting if I just bought everything I wanted to when I wanted it, and that of course would put me in the doghouse with the lovely Mrs. Hugh. No. So, scrolling down into the Tier 5s, I was really hoping to run into the BF-109E3, but no such luck, unfortunately. Instead, I saw this, the XF4U-1, the prototype for the F4U Corsair, another plane that I have always been fascinated with. First, because my uncle in his youth was an avid military model builder, and he had done a very nice model of the Corsair, and I was always happy to stare at it as a kid. As well, at the time, there was a TV show on the air called Baba Black Sheep, based upon the experiences of United States Marine Corps aviator Greg Boyington and his World War II Black Sheep Squadron. And it's no coincidence, I don't think, that there is a Boyington medal in World of Warplanes, is it? Well, how could I not buy this plane now? It checked all the boxes, so I pulled the trigger. Did it live up to my expectations? Is it any fun to fly? Does it make any money? Yes, and yes. Okay, let's have a better look. Starting with survivability, the Corsair prototype has a rating of 300, and that's high for Tier 5 fighters, average being in the low 200s. But if you look here, when you compare it to the BF-109E, this is a big machine, not to mention heavy at 5,184 kilograms. Gun armament rating is 148, and it is armed with two 12.7mm M2 gun mounted in the wings, firing 700 rounds per minute. It's pretty quick, dealing 38 damage points per second at an effective range of 500 meters. The two 7.62mm AN M2 machine guns mounted in the engine cowling are your secondary armament, firing 1,100 rounds per minute at an effective range of 440 meters, dishing out 32 damage points per second. That isn't the highest damage per second specs at Tier 5 by any means, but these guns do not overheat. So you can keep blazing away at your enemies and wither away their health pool until you shoot them down. The F4U-1 has an airspeed rating of 631, and I really like all the information under this rating. Top speed, your nominal altitude of 1,200 meters is 650 kilometers per hour, as is your top speed at sea level. This is a good level flight speed, and I have used it extensively to get back to threatened sectors in a hurry, in defense, or to chase down enemy planes who are trying to escape. A stall speed of 160 kilometers per hour is pretty good considering its massive bulk and weight. Really gives you some idea how much lift the wings must be generating. As well, the rate of climb is good, 42 meters per second actually, considering its largesse, showing off how powerful the engine must be. Now, it's important to note here, as you know, the W key is your boost key for acceleration in your airplane, and the Corsair prototype here has 15 seconds of boost available under that button. Now, that's awesome, but it's also the only way you're going to get to 650 kilometers per hour is to boost that high. That is not something that it will normally just cruise up to on its own. I was a bit shocked to read the maneuverability specs, as it feels better than they indicate when you're flying this plane. Your average time to turn 360 degrees, or full circle, is 11.4 seconds. Definitely slower than more than a few planes at Tier 5. Rate of roll, which helps you to quickly change position when an enemy is peppering your airframe with bullets, is 130 degrees per second, which isn't bad, and the controllability rating of 79 is also very good in its tier. Now, when you consider that I only paid $12.71 in Canadian funds for this aircraft, and it makes good credits. It comes with a 100% pilot, a hangar slot, and has very competitive specification that makes it fun to play as well. I consider it money well spent. I would have loved to have purchased the 109E3 if it had been available, but I'm almost glad it wasn't there in the store, or else I likely would not have experienced this airplane. Well, folks, there you have it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. If you really enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments. As well, be sure to visit my social media pages, both on Facebook and Twitter. This is where I post info that, well, not belonging in a video, it's worth taking a look at. I would also like to give a shout out to my Patreon supporters. You folks are making a huge difference for me. If you like what I do and enjoy the community all of us humans are building, please consider supporting the mission via my Patreon page. There are quite a few options with varying levels of support,
Maybe one of them will suit you. Links to all things in the video description. Alright folks, thanks very much for stopping by and watching. I'll catch you next time.